Trance channeling as a form of channeling will be beneficial because it will allow the channel entity to take full control of his body and communicate in an unfiltered way concept and notions that might be more complex in nature. If you compare it to conscious channeling, while conscious channeling, the channeler is sort of translating ideas and images with his or her own language to the public. Hence, his or her ability to express in words the knowledge of a given language, the proficiency in a given topic might influence the outcome. With trance channeling, that is not happening because, as said before, there is an unfiltered communication through the channel. Now, as to your question on how to get there, it is actually a quite simple process if relaxing, allowing, and just observing were simple things. Because that's, at the end of the day, the whole recipe. Stepping aside, giving full control over the own body to a third-party entity, and trusting essentially the process. It takes training. It takes also a little bit of courage to let go completely and allow this to happen. You can say it's a matter of trusting that the entity is here in the best interest also of the channeler and will not do any harm. And in general, trusting in a process where you are required to completely release any sort of control over yourself. And that's something which is not obvious to everybody.
Yes. I've certainly witnessed some channelers who seem to be kind of semi-aware of what has been transpiring. And they don't have a full picture. They want to listen to the recording after, but they've got a general idea of what's been going on. Whereas the trance channelers I know, they haven't a clue, it seems. First words out of their mouth afterwards is, how did it go? And so I guess these people who are sort of semi-trance channeling are moving in that direction, or maybe not. I suppose they could just decide that they want to be kind of half in, half out, so to speak. Is it desirable, do you think, that everybody trance channel?
It is not needed. For some people, the conscious channeling technique will work perfectly. It depends on the ability of the channel, first of all, to receive the signal in clarity. And not every channeler has the same ability to do so. Some will get full articulated sentences, some get a word, some get an image, some get a concept, and then it's up to them to translate this image, word, concept into an articulated sentence. So, as said, the strength of the initial signal is a factor. And then the ability to translate that signal into words, that's a second factor to consider. And some conscious channeler are very good at both those steps. The signal is strong. Their ability to translate that signal into sentences is very high. In those cases, I don't think there's any practical advantage to use trance channeling. Um, Trance channeling might be an effective advantage in those situations where the channeler has a signal which is less clear
Mhm.
and for various reasons can lack the ability to translate a given concept into sentences without losing part of the precious content along the way. So
Mhm.
in the second case, if that happens, trance channeling is a superior technique. But as
Mhm.
said, requires more training and an ability which is not so widespread across channeler.
Mhm. Well, that certainly adds to my understanding considerably. Thank you.